Everybody, it's Kelly Sue with Cleopatra Arts, and if you were watching last night, we got our connection disconnected, if that's a word, and we're doing the witchy owl. So I took the evening and I painted my witchy owl. We're going to put it together today because it's, you know, it's a little tricky, but John created this so big. It's a really big file, a big project. It's about 12 inches tall. I decided I wanted to get my computer in case any of you guys had any questions today. Like I said, I completely had internet problems last night or something because they said, hey, go live in the trees, and I did. Okay, so let's talk about our color palette. And you, of course, can create your owl any way you want because you're in charge of you, but this is what I did for mine. I have black, and I also made charcoal. I have white, our cowboy hat, our burnt sugar, and I showed you guys how to make that the other day. Dogs are in the house. Okay, cream, I also showed you guys how to make that the other day. And I chose not to use the purple, but the kiwi green I used, and I have kind of a terracotta orange. I really like that one. Okay, so here we go. Pretty big. So I did black, I made a charcoal, I used the burnt sugar, and then I sponged in some, oh, I had used copper too. Copper and the cowboy on the side. Or the cowboy hat. You gotta love a product that's called cowboy hat. So if you're just watching, tell me, are you sneaking a peek? This may or may not let me see comments. Sometimes I have to drag, do stuff. You never know. Okay, so I'm gonna use my favorite glue today. John left the lid off, but it's still a little, it's okay. It's all right. What do you expect? He'll be in trouble later. This is Tight Bond, quick and thick. And then if you were watching last night, I had John take the two bases, glue them together, and I painted them black because why not, right? Okay, so I'm gonna put this at the top of my hat, kind of line it up with the brim. And the reason why I say that is the next piece is a little bit lower than I thought it would be. Maybe I can turn this around and you guys can see a little bit better, and I'll prop it up. Things I think of. I have the challenge of gluing upside down. Okay, so this is how this goes. It doesn't fit up above the brim. There's a little recess here. So I really wanted to show you that. You guys are smart, you'd figure it out anyway. And, hold on here, pop in there. Dang it, pop in there, there you go. Super cute. I wasn't sure if I was gonna use purple for my hat or my sash. Anyway, sorry about last night. Sometimes those things are outside of our control. Okay. I love this little mask. Super cute. Let me know, do you love the witchy owl? You know, give me a little thumbs up or a heart. And, okay, next piece. So this little piece here will go right there. So you can line it up if you want. Let me see, does it fit exactly? It does. Perfect. Those of you, some of you guys really love your, what do you call it? Super glue. I'm thinking of Donna. She loves her super glue. I don't know if you're like this. Tell me if you're like this. I need the opportunity, hey Audrey, to sometimes fidget my piece. I maybe didn't get it in the most perfect spot. You know what I mean? Thanks, Audrey. It is cute, and I'm ready. I know a lot of you guys are not ready for Halloween, and it's not like I'm ready for the season. I'm ready for the Halloween projects because I've been doing summer for a while now. We work 6 to 8 weeks ahead. Today I just created or designed the thankful turkey insert for the giant gift tag. So look for that, it's coming out. I know, we have to work ahead of time. I will be so sick of Christmas projects by the time December rolls around. I know, bite my tongue, and I love Christmas. Okay, so next you have these little wings, funny haha wings, and they go on either side. Let me show you what they look like. Audrey's ready for fall and Halloween too. I'm trying to remember which state you live in. I want to say Florida, but that might not be right. Okay, so they have to line up exactly. I'm going to try to do this upside down. Okay, line up exactly. Yep, here we go. And I want to point out, hold on, there we go. They just snap in place. And I wanted to show you this too. I was thinking, oh, this would go all the way to the brim, and it doesn't. But you can finagle a little bit. So I wanted to point that out in case there was any questions on that. And then we try to give you a resource if we think the project's a little tricky. So remember, we have a YouTube channel. Good grief. Okay, so that'll go down. Okay, perfect. We have a YouTube channel, Cleopatra Art Studio, where we teach how to mix colors, and we have over 300 videos. We've been doing this a while, so we've got a big, oh yeah. Georgia, that's right, Audrey. I knew it was one of the southern states. Cracks me up every time. I'm so grateful for all the orders we get. We get a tremendous amount from the West Coast, and it just always cracks me up. I'm like, it just cracks me up. I don't know why. I'm just super grateful though. Thank you so much. It makes me giggle. I think we've done every state. We're not shipping to Hawaii anymore. It just took too much time to get to people. Maybe that's wrong. Maybe if you're watching from Hawaii, you can be like, nope, we know it takes a while. We're willing to do that. It also costs more too, which you're probably used to that. Audrey needs that owl. She needs it right now. Crack me up. Okay, so these are the wings on the side. And what I did was I painted them the burnt sugar first, sponged in some cowboy hat. Now you might not even want a brown owl. Maybe you want a gray owl. Audrey's taken two. She might want, I don't know, the same color as Hedwig. I'm gonna nerd out for a little bit. Maybe the same color as Hedwig. Okay, these line up with the wings on the side. They just snap into place and whoop. And then clearly my mask is way over. You're just gonna line those up. Hold on a second. I have to turn it around. See, I told you I needed a little bit of adjustment time. If I had to do this upside down with super glue, I'd already been screwed, you know what I mean? I'd have done it bad. Okay. So I'm just gonna line that up. Oh, there we go. Always flip it around, line it up. Hey, Valerie. You're always, you know, Valerie, I gotta say, you always have something very kind and sweet to say. Most of you guys all are very lovely. It just cracks me up when we get a Karen once in a while. I don't mean if your name's Karen, because I have a lot of Karens here, but you know what I mean, that mentality. Every now and then I get somebody that's just not great. And then immediately Valerie will say something kind, and I'll be like, that's right. Valerie's awesome. Okay, so what I did with the pumpkin, I didn't want it super bright, so I went ahead and I did burnt sugar for a base coat, and then I went in with my, I call it putty orange, and I'll show you guys how to make that in another day. I received my Halloween door hanger. Oh, Audrey, I know, I love it when I start seeing the door hangers go out this early. I know, these are my people. They like Halloween too. I love it. So you guys have been very responsive to the videos that we make on how to make paint colors off of paints you have at home. And I think you all get, there's gonna be a little variation and it's okay. You're gonna get a really cool color. So what other colors do you wanna know how to mix? Okay, please don't cover up your tag. It's going to go into your stand. And John did an excellent job at sizing. I didn't even have to yell at him, not even once. What thickness is the MDF? So Amanda, this is not MDF. We save MDF. We only use MDF and it's 1/4 inch. For, oh no, maybe it's 1/8 inch, is for our wagons and benches, and that's for stability. We do not like how MDF paints. So this is 5mm, which is almost 1/4 inch, almost. Here we go. And everybody's different, I get that. I've been a paint party owner for a really long time and I know what I like and what I don't like. And that's how we decided that we were gonna run this business, is if it wasn't something that I was proud to bring to a paint party and people were excited about how it painted up, then we weren't gonna carry it. So we knew right away. So we used to cut out all of our projects by hand. I would hand draw them. And my husband, John, he would go out to this little Rubbermaid shed and he would cut them out with a jigsaw. And it was perfectly fine. But if you were to paint MDF, you have to give it a top coat. You have to, for it to look good. In fact, I would challenge to say it doesn't really look as well as it should until you give it a top coat. And with this product, you don't need to do that at all. So, in fact, I've had some paint parties where I've maybe introduced, or somebody went way back in our archives and they found something from way back when, and they wanted to paint that, and I'd say, oh, it's MDF, just let you know, and they'd be like, no problem, I want it, and I'd end up refunding their money because they were not happy with how it painted up. And, you know, they weren't willing to spray it when they got home. There we go, he's super cute. Looks a little like a zombie though. Hey Ann, how you doing? Waiting on a scarecrow porch cleaner. Oh yeah, oh, I kind of forgot to do it this week. I got stuck in the turkey world and I was just having a lot of trouble with the feathers on the turkey. Whew. Sometimes a design is really, really easy for me to create, and sometimes it's not. So I will get right on that scarecrow because you're gonna need that soon, right? Oh my gosh, I feel like we haven't even had summer here. So this is not my design, but I do like this designer. And she's very inspiring to me because I feel like she does everything exactly like how I do. I draw it out on paper. I'm old school. I take a photo, throw it into Procreate, try to trace it, upload it into softwares, again, trace it. Don't do it easy, do I? Instead of just trying to hand draw it into, ooh, this might be the wrong eye, hold on a second. Instead of uploading and drawing it into the software at the beginning, it's really difficult to do. Here we go. I made him a little cross-eyed. So this depends where you're gonna place those dots. He's a little cross-eyed. Audrey called me to task. She reminded me I needed to do that. Perfect. It shouldn't take, oh, excuse me, it shouldn't take me long. Right now, what takes me the longest is actually having a few minutes to, you know, paint them and then get photos taken, get them uploaded, that kind of thing. Super cute. This goes together really quick. I could have used maybe one more coat of cream. And if you like any of these colors, we have videos on how to make any of these colors, except for the putty orange, which is what I call it. So this was our cream. I really almost use it in place of white a lot. And I'm gonna tell you guys right now, this cracks me up. Caca, look at those. Not like little, I mean, we got a cutesy owl, and then caca. He's lethal. Again, please be careful. You do not put this below the slot. Nope, that's a tab. Sorry, below the tab, or it will hinder it sitting inside the stand, if that makes sense. Slot A, tab B. All right. That includes those talons too. Kind of use your fingers and make sure they're not hanging down too low. I have to go back and check out your color mixing videos. Yeah, go ahead. It's not rocket science. A lot of you guys already know how to make your own colors, but some of you guys are just getting started or frustrated. I have Donna. I keep telling her, Donna, make your own colors. She's like, nope. So she's funny. She just, buys the colors for me at paint parties and stuff. She cracks me up because she's so talented. But some of you don't know how to mix colors, and we want to help you get there. Instead of buying, the way things are, some of this stuff might be hard to find again. So just with your basic colors, and I like these 4-ounce bottles. These clog up. Sometimes these do too, but maybe I paint more than you though. I really like these 4-ounce bottles. Amazon, I think you get 18 bottles for $11 or something like that. Okay, so here we go. Super cute. If I do see zoom myself. Okay. So hold on a second. Hopefully I didn't put the nails down too low. I noticed that John, when he glued this together last night, there's only one direction it goes. There you go. You did a really good job with the stand though. Super cute. Loving that. Tell me, what color would you paint yours? I just followed along to the photo because sometimes when I go my own way live, sometimes it doesn't work. Kind of like the hairdo today. It doesn't work. And the dogs have been so good. Anyway, this inspired, so I created this design, our witch owl ornament. Super cute. For those of you that like to level up your gift bags, or like a bottle of wine, or some of you guys have seasonal trees. I just couldn't help myself. So it's not exactly the same because I didn't want to cheat, right? Did my own thing, went my own way. Put them on a broom because I was thinking Nimbus 3000 or was it Nimbus 2000? Okay, it must be time to make some Chex Mix and watch those videos. Anyway, I hope you enjoy it. This is our project of the week. It's $19.95 on the website this week without paint, so you can add paints for just a little bit more. Oh, Valerie's like, I need him, he's cute. And if I have time, I may blow him up for the porch cleaner, maybe. Give me a thumbs up if you think that's good. He'd be really cute too in the gift tag, but he'd end up being smaller, because the gift tag is only 14 inches tall. So you betcha, Audrey. Have a good day. Thanks for watching. I need to get back to the workshop because a couple of you guys need me to trace a canvas or two. Bye, y'all. Thanks for watching.